Please, I'm appealing to everybody that come across this very video. These people is about to perfect their game. Yesterday, something unimaginable happened, and I don't want to keep this secret. That is why we are making it exposed. Wherever you are and this video got to you, please don't keep it secret. Spread the message. Something terrible is about to happen in Nigeria, and that is why we are exposing it before the world, and we cannot keep it secretly. Please share this video widely. Share this video widely. It doesn't cost you anything. Share this video widely for the sake of humanity. Please, let's see why this video remains the most controversial video that just surfaced recently in Nigeria. Please don't go anywhere. Let's see why this video is trending the most.
رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم
الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا
سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى ذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى الله أكبر
أستغفر الله وأتوب.
ونصر عبده وأعز جنده وهزم الأحزاب وحده.
الله أكبر.
والحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. هل أتاك حديث الغاشية وجوه يومئذ خاشعة عاملة ناصبة تصلى نارا حامية تسقى من عين آنية ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع وجوه يومئذ ناعمة لسعيها راضية في جنة آلية لا تسمع فيها لاغية فيها عين جارية فيها سرر مرفوعة وأكواب موضوعة ونمارق مصفوفة وزرابي مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلى الجبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر ثم إلينا إيابهم ثم إن علينا حسابهم. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. ولله الحمد. ومن سار رمضان ثم أتبعه بسم شوال كان كصيام الدهر. ومن أتى منكم في هذا اليوم من طريق فليرجع من طريق أخرى إن تيسر له ذلك ابتداء بنبينا وقدوتنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. ألا إن لكم على نسائكم حقا. ألا إن لكم على نسائكم حقا. ألا إن لكم على نسائكم حقا أيها المؤمنون وإن لهن عليكم حقا. ألا تستووا.
Hello. I wish all Muslims who have just completed the fasting in the month of Ramadan, congratulations for the month coming to an end. May Allah accept our supplications and our prayers. I would like to talk about two types of violence that are becoming a lot more serious than we anticipated. 3 years into President Tinubu's presidency, we're seeing an escalation in the pattern of violence and its magnitude and its impact on our people that we've never seen before. This is a president who came to power promising to put an end to this insecurity and to create a new path for Nigeria, create new living conditions for Nigerians, make life safer and more abundant. President Tinubu himself would admit that he has failed to do this, to live up to the promises he has made, and to make Nigerians safer. A few days ago, the president and a huge entourage of ministers and government officials traveled to the United Kingdom on state visit. It was a very festive event from the media reports, a very happy event. It occurred at a moment when just a few days earlier, there was one of the most horrendous attacks in Maiduguri a few days before the departure of this huge contingent that the president led. In that contingent were the Minister of Defense and the National Security Advisor Malonu Oribano. Their presence in that contingent, the number of days they spent in the UK, at a time when the country was reeling from a huge number of attacks, was, to say the least, very insensitive. Even if they had traveled with the president, the magnitude of the attacks on communities in Maiduguri should have advised that they return here, if for nothing else, for symbolic reasons. But we understand that the president gave instructions, the usual instructions. The military should do better. Senior officers should go back to places of attack. But we haven't had anything different from what we've had for the last 3 years. So I would like to say to Mr. President, sir, you're not making any impact on the way in which we live and die. We understand we've signed agreements, we've ordered for equipment at a time when America has already taken our attention, and we are giving promises and opening the door for America to come in and save Christians in this country. The UK was going to be our friend, as it had been all this time. It should have been long before now the country that we should be relating to and with. Sir, we are in trouble deeper than when we came. Do something about insecurity, or this country will sink with your ambition to govern Nigeria. The second type of violence we're dealing with is violence that is patently political. Thugs are harassing people who are campaigning, attacking politicians, making politics in many areas difficult or impossible. This is very dangerous. Politicians should know that no matter how strong you are in some parts of this country, you are weak in others. This must be put to an end. This madness must be brought to an end now and without any hesitation. We cannot approach 2027 in many parts of Nigeria either so to either the ruling party or to the opposition. Thank you.
Look, unlike those who are alarmed, who are just cottoning on to the idea that we are not in a democracy, I have been shouting stridently for years that Nigeria is not a democracy, the people are not citizens, the law does not rule, and we are certainly not burdened by leaders. We have ruiners. I have said this for years. But you see, until suffering is democratized, a consensus cannot really be found for waging the necessary battle to end this state of anomy. Yesterday's beneficiaries, even those who brought Tinubu to power, those who refused to listen to reason, who endorsed it, who explained it, who are complicit in the erection of this system, they are going to become victims to this system. Lord Acton, it was, they had that long-winded quote, power corrupts, absolute power corrupts, absolutely nonsense. He should have simply stopped at power corrupts. The purpose of power is to corrupt. Those who have brought this man into office will be the first victim of his rule. And it will be nice if they too begin to feel victimized as the average Nigerian has been victimized all this while. Yorubas will say, if suffering is not democratized, consensus to fight it will not be found. It is nice to hear the likes of El-Rufai bleating like a victim these days. That is what his victims have been doing for years. If he was sat in the ministerial office, I will not be hearing him bleating. It is nice to hear governors worried about how Tinubu will use the power that he has triumphantly claimed through the Molebu National Assembly. It's actually beautiful to see them worried, because it is in them worrying that they realize the need to bridle power. The law does not give any power that it does not bridle. When it gives you a power, it sets out the limits of that power. You have a president who is now unlimited by the constitution that we have always maintained is a lie. So that lie is no longer strong enough to give us any semblance of normalcy. The president will not normalize. They are the ones who have to now remind themselves, each and every one of those ones who are busy with their voice acclamation instead of what the constitution demanded, a clear to third after quorum might have been met in each of the houses. Each one of them, that corrupt power that they have sanctioned, it will come visiting them at some point.
How?
Oh, when you stand at the beach and you are busy peeing on the crab, the wind will change direction at some point. When power is only limited by a man's whims, the day will come when his whims will be directed against the enablers. And that is inevitable. The man who was busy joining him to dance Bugaon after Chatham House, is the power not raining on his own head today?
Yeah.
Each and every person who has endorsed evil in Nigeria in the past and clapped for it, including each and every one who is chasing Tinubu around today, from Atiku to El-Rufai to Kwankwaso, to each and every one of them, at the point when they had the power, when they could have done different, what did they do? When they were enthroning him and they were being warned about the subversion of the constitution and the destruction of the democratic order, were they not applauding? So everybody is going to dance the boogaloo that is about to come.
Now that you have seen the end of the clip, what did you just see? Is this not worth sharing? What are you still waiting? I hope you are sharing this video. Share this video widely because your people back home need it. Yes, your family, if you have anyone back home, they need this video. If you have anyone back home, please let this video go to their doorstep because Nigeria we used to know before is not the Nigeria we know today. So please, what are you waiting for? If you are just coming across to my channel for the first time, please don't hesitate to touch a half of subscribe button, like and turn on the notification bell so that whenever we upload a new video like this, you'll be the first person to be notified. And whenever you see something, always say something because an injustice for one remains an injustice for all. Till next time, see you in my next video. Nigeria, disintegration remains the last option.